Welcome to tonight's broadcast of high school hockey here in Dubuque, Iowa, featuring your Dubuque Saints and the visiting Waterloo Warriors. Saints were victorious in the JV game, 4-1 off a goal, 2 goals from both Cade Weiner and Corbin Deutsch.
Number 3, Maddox Hart. At defense, number 5, Jack Sickers. At forward, number 2, Nate Snyder. At forward, number 9, Andrew Bushbaum. At forward, number 25, Shane Hesse. And in goal, number 34, Shane Lockner.
Waterloo with a formidable starting five. They were victorious when we played in Waterloo it was about a month ago now. Got their first win.
And now, the starting lineup for your Dubuque Saints. At defense from Western Dubuque High School, number 2, Cody Cruiser.
Senior Cody Cruiser will start at defense from West Dubuque High.
At defense from Hempstead High School, number 8, Braden.
Also a senior, number 8, Braden Schilling. Hails from Hempstead High School.
From Bellevue High School, number 28, your captain, Benny Meyer.
Captain Benny Meyer. Senior from Bellevue High School, the pride of Bellevue.
From Hempstead High School, number 26, Nico Ruiz.
Junior Nico Ruiz, also a Hempstead student.
And on Dubuque Senior High School night, at forward, number 12 from Dubuque Senior High, Blake Sieverding.
Blake Sieverding with the start. Also a senior from Dubuque Senior. Also a band member. And starting in the pipes is senior Connor Sheehy from Dubuque Online Schools.
Jeff Baker and Joe Stipe. The officials for tonight's contest is assigned by the Midwest High School Hockey League. Our referee, Ian Carlson and Matt Larson, linesmen Ethan Fox and Luke Thorman. Fans, we once again turn over to the Dubuque Senior High School band as they will be playing our national anthem. Please face the flag and remove your caps.
National anthem from Dubuque Senior Band.
One more time for the Dubuque Senior Band tonight, folks.
Senior night here in Dubuque. Not seniors in class, but Dubuque Senior. We've got the band in the stands. Number of fans. Waterloo will send out Shane Lochner in the net. Shane, a 3-year player with the Cedar Rapids Riders, playing for Waterloo this year. Hesse, Nieder, Harn, Bushbaum, and the other guy who I can't remember and can't read his name from here. Number 7.
Let's go.
Puck's down and we're underway. Waterloo controls the puck, sends it down behind the net. He stops it there temporarily, gives off to Cruiser. Cruiser sends to Schilling. Schilling will carry it out of the zone, up through center ice. Backhands it into the zone, pops up on the far side. High stick down. No call there. Dubuque controls. Cruiser's got it on the blue line. Chips it in front. He gets run over as Waterloo clears the zone. They'll dump it back in, back behind the net. Harn will go back to get it. He'll play it up to Hesse. Hesse, long cross-ice pass to Nieder. Nieder walks down. Fired in the net, cleared by Meyer. It'll go the length of the ice for icing. It's not icing for some reason. I don't know if Lochner played it. I glanced away for a second. Waterloo will send it the other way. That's icing down there. He does his shuffleboard trick. Sends it down to Lochner. Lochner with a nice save. You don't get credit for that one, buddy. Meserich in for the faceoff. He's flanked by Kirk and Sweeney. Suk and Schilling back on defense. Puck's down. Sweeney knocks it back to Beschen. Fired towards the net. Hit someone in front. Waterloo's got a gaggle of people there, and they'll carry it out. Sent up and chipped in there. Beschen now behind the net. He'll walk it to the corner, hits the brakes, reverses course. He's got Suk on the near side. Suk sends it just off of Meserich's stick. Big hit by Sweeney. Waterloo battles for it at center ice, knocks it towards their own zone. They'll go D to D back there. No, they won't. They'll send it up the middle. Sheehy kicks it to the corner. First save of the night. Maybe. There it is. It's on the board. It's a hand pass. Controlled there. Beschen's got it now. Walks it down the middle. That's not Beschen. That's Kirk. Shot. Save. Lochner gets his save on the board, too. I didn't have the clock running for any of that. And I'm never going to get it worked down to the time it needs to. So 15-14 left. Sieverding in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Back to Schilling. Schilling fires it. It's blocked there. Come on. My clock is not playing nice. There we go. Running now. Puck loose. Shot. Saved by Lochner. He'll hold on for a whistle. We can send out a fresh set of legs. We'll get the goal scores from the JV game. Weiner, Deutsch, Pierce, Suk and Besch back on def. Fence. Puck behind the net. Waterloo picks it up there. They'll walk it up the far side. Beschen holds it in. Battle for, back to Weiner. Weiner fires it down to the corner on the stick of Pierce. Tries to center it. Waterloo steals there. They'll walk it up the near side. Dumps it in. Sheehy plays it off to Suk in the corner. Can't quite get there. Wrapped around the back of the net on the far side. Bushbaum centers. Pops up. Sheehy with a shot in the middle. Nice little unnecessary hack there. Puck's down, back into the corner. Cruiser's got it now. Plays it behind the net to Schilling. Schilling gives back to Cruiser. Kirk battles for it in the corner. Now Cruiser's got a little time. It's knocked loose there. Wrapped around to the far side. Sweeney's got it. He'll send it up outside the blue line. Dump back in, all the way back behind the goal line. Sheehy will go back there. Stops it and leaves it for Schilling. Schilling tries the far side. Gets pinned off the boards there. I think that's Bushbaum. Hard off the board. Squirts out to center ice. Waterloo recollects, and they'll go back in. Cleared out to Sweeney at center ice. Sweeney's got Kirk on the far side. Tries to curl it to Meserich. Meserich has got it now in front of the Zam doors. Fired down to Sweeney. Back behind the net. Waterloo's got it. They'll reverse it. Back behind the net. Pass up the far side. Knocked loose by Sweeney there. Recovered by Niedert. Niedert will walk it through center ice. Comes with some speed. Cuts around Beshin. Shot. Saved by Sheehy. Severting in for the faceoff now. Puck's down. Duke's got it. Suk takes it back around the back of the net. Gives off to Beshin there. Back around to Suk. Suk tries to wrap it around. Waterloo controls. Tries to center. Severting steals it there. Sends it up to Ruiz. Ruiz has it knocked off his stick. Suk will retreat back to the blue line. He'll regroup. Fires up to Beshin. Can't quite hold. Goes all the way back to the goal line. Waterloo's cutting off that D-to-D pass. We're going to need to find a different way to advance it up the ice. Besh off to Severting. Severting walks it down the middle. Plays it ahead to Meyer. Meyer's got it on his stick. Shot. Just wide of the net. Kicked all the way around to the far side. Kretz steps in. Puck knocked out to center. Severting's got it. Little room. Carries across the blue line. Top of the slot. Walks it down to the corner. He'll muck it there. Wait for a change. Banged around. He's got three guys not being nice to him. That's Deutsch behind the net. Got to be over 6 foot to play on this line. Kretz tries to hold it in and squirt it out to the center ice. Deutsch plays it ahead to Pierce. Nolan over to Deutsch. There's offsides. And he got back on sides. He touched it. It's a whistle. Weiner in for the faceoff. I want to make sure we get two defensemen out there. There we go. Weiner, Deutsch, and Pierce. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it at the D. Plays it up the near boards. Schilling gets it ahead to Weiner. Weiner carries across the zone. Got Pierce in the middle. Can't get it there. It's knocked off his stick down to the corner. Battled there. Sent up the near side. Beshin tries to knock it in. We got a 2-on-1 going the other way. Suk back. Pierce making a great back check effort. Nice save by Sheehy. Played up. Blue line. Waterloo can't quite hold it in. Squirts all the way back to center ice. Now they'll dump it in. Just past Beshin. He collects in the far corner. Circles behind the net. Gives off to Suk. Suk tries to play it up. It's knocked back down behind the goal line. Beshin will collect there. Walks out in front of the net. Dangerous move there. Beshin backhands it up to Meyer. Pride of Bellevue High School. Shuts it on net. Nice save by Lochner. And he tells him, nice save, Shane. Severting, Meyer, and Ruiz out for the faceoff. One on the near side there. Played out of the zone. Severting going to go back to get it. He'll leave off for Schilling. Schilling carries it right up Main Street. Shot on net. Tipped wide. Lochner kicks it back behind the net. Ooh. Schilling tried to send it to Meyer. Didn't quite get it there. Now it's wrapped to the far side. Niedert's got it there. Plays off to Severting. Wrapped all the way around to the near corner. Schilling now, shot on net, saved by Lochner. Ruiz back to Cruiser. Sends it across to Meserich. Oh, Meserich tried to hit Meyer in the back door. Couldn't quite connect. Now Cruiser down low again to Meyer. Couldn't quite get a stick on it. Meserich is going to push the issue behind the net. Wrapped up the far side just in front of the Zam doors. Cross ice fast to Hesse. Hesse carries across the blue line. Shot. He kicks it to the corner. Waterloo walks it out there down the goal line. Someone pick up Hesse all alone in front, please. Yeah, right there he is. Myers got it. Knocked off his stick. There you go. Meserich gets a piece of it. Battle just in front of the bench doors. We got a penalty. Slashing. Waterloo doors open. Mason Bushbaum headed to the net or the bench. He'll sit for 2 minutes and he'll feel shame. So Dubuque gets its first power play of the evening. Waterloo currently leading in shots, 5-4. Dubuque will send up the top line of Kirk, Meserich. Sweeney will step back on D. You got Beshin and Meyer out there. Meserich in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Waterloo controls. Wrapped around hard and high. It'll go the length. Sheehy will control it there. He'll leave it for Beshin. Beshin goes back to get it. Sends across to Kirk. Kirk coming through the near side with some speed. Now he's at the middle. High slot. Fans. That was a fake. That wasn't a fan. He faked it. Around the back of the net. Meserich knocks it off Kirk's stick. He won't be happy about that. Meserich now out of the corner. I think that was Hesse that ran into the goal and popped the water bottle off. So the faceoff will stay in the zone. Waterloo will get a new set of players. Hesse 5. It's a big dude. Rikers. .125 left on the power play. Duke still got the first line out there. We got 2 ref systems tonight. Not playing in the snow, boys. We got hockey to play here. So the net set back. We're ready to go. Thorman with the puck. Dubuque wins. Back to Kirk. Kirk gives off to Beshin. Beshin walks to the middle. He'll give off to Sweeney. Sweeney walks to the face up top. Shot just off the back. Wrapped on the far side. Beshin's not going to get there. Out to center ice. Beshin plays over to Sweeney. Sweeney carries it into the zone. Takes it wide. Down around the middle of the face out there. Kicked out to Meyer. Couldn't quite connect on it. And it's cleared out again. Beshin will collect at the far blue line. Wheels and heads back up ice. He'll take it right down the middle. Passes off to Sweeney. Sweeney back to Beshin. High slot. Off to Kirk. Shot's tipped. Someone's going to have to head back and get it. Beshin's there. We'll get the second unit jumping out on the ice. Beshin heads off. He'll give off to Suk. 40 seconds left on this power play. Suk's out there with Schilling, Weiner, Pierce, and Sieverding. Carries it wide. Walks it down to the near corner. Hits the brakes. Turns back. Took an elbow to the face. That ref 3 feet from him didn't see it like I did. Weiner now on the far side. Played off to Schilling. Schilling, high slot. Shot towards the net. Redirected in front by Pierce. Not enough. Battled in the corner. It's Pierce and Suk. Waterloo's got it. Sieverding takes it back. Leaves it for Schilling. Penalty's over. Shot wide. Saved by Lochner. That's a knee that was completely unintentional. Tripping is all they're going to give him. Looks like Nolan Pierce heads to the box for tripping for 2 minutes. Certainly wasn't tripping. They just kind of ran into each other. We'll get Mesrich and Ruiz out to kill the penalty. They'll be back by Cruiser and Suk.
Nolan Pierce, 2 minutes for tripping. On the etymologic penalty kill.
Penalty's up on the block or on the board. Let's go. Mesrich in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Dubuque's got it. They'll carry it out. Mesrich walks it wide. Held up there. Harn's got it now. He'll take it behind the net. They'll set up the power play. Carries it right up Main Street. Leaves off for Bushbaum. Bushbaum's pass blocked by Mesrich. He's got it there. Bangs it hard off the board. It's going to wrap all the way around the back of the net. Lochner will stop it there. Leap for Harn. Harn will go at it again. He'll play it off the far side to Nieder. Nieder walks it into the zone. Down around the goal line. Kicks off to Bushbaum. Bushbaum off to Caldwell. Shot. Off the post. He got enough of it. Fell back on his heels and couldn't recover in time. The chicken winged him. So Waterloo strikes first on the power play. Mesrich in for the faceoff. Wins it back to Schilling. Schilling goes to Kretz. Kretz back over to Schilling. Schilling walks it up the ice. Gets to the blue line and dumps it in. Schilling shoots it wide. Lochner tips it wider. Waterloo now with the puck behind the net. Sends it out in front. Knocked back below the goal line. Goes behind the net again. Waterloo's got it there. Tries to play it off Sheehy into his own net. Wrapped around the near side. That's Carter Kirkenbush. Kirk fires a pass wide. It's knocked down before it can get to Cruiser. Not Cruiser, Sweeney. Now it's Kretz down below the goal line. Hits the brakes. Tries to reverse it. Colin Mesrich fires it up. Hits off a stick. Cody Sweeney. He's got Kirk on the far side. Waterloo does a nice job defensively there to tie it up. Huge hit by Mesrich. Puck squirts back to Suk. Bastian's got it. Waterloo will come back. Carriage cuts the blue line. Walks to the wide side. Tries to center it. Just out of the reach of a couple sticks. Mesrich has got it now. Walks up below the goal line. Plays it up to Kirk. That's outside the zone. Waterloo will tag up for the offsides. Suk carries it all the way down. Dumps it into the zone. Wrapped all the way around to the near side. Weiner pushes the issue there. Does the spin. Tries to center for Pierce. Can't quite connect. Waterloo now circles back behind their own net. They'll bang it out the far side. Up to Schilling. Schilling at the red line. Dumps it in off of Deutsch. Deutsch steals it. Gets it to Weiner. Weiner carries it into the zone. Top of the circle. Floats a pass over to Pierce. Gets another one. Blocked in front. Niedert's coming the other way. He's got Cruiser, and Deutsch hustles back on the back check. Hits the brakes on the faceoff dot. Drops it down below the goal line. Schilling will pick it up there. He hits the brakes and reverses course. Cruiser back to Schilling. Over to Cruiser. Cruiser's got a little time. He'll work it up to Pierce. Pierce bangs it off the board just out of the reach of Deutsch. That's a spearing call, and Pierce is not liking life right now. Schilling carries it up. No hook. Somehow got stuck in Schilling. Oh, we are going to get a hook there. So Dubuque back on the power play. Dylan Nader will head to the box. 2 minutes hooking. Get another look at the number 1 unit. Centered by Meserich, flanked by Meyer and Sweeney. We've got Kirk and Bastion back at D.
2 minutes for hooking. Putting your Dubuque State on the Johnny's Cafe.
Puck's down. Getting back to Bastion at the blue line. Bastion walks it to the middle. Gives off to Sweeney. Sweeney from the faceoff dot. Shot wide. Wraps around all the way around out of the zone. Bastion recollects at the red line. Gives off to Sweeney into his skates. Gets it into the zone. Bounce off the back of the net. Meserich is going to win the race there. Played around to Sweeney. Back to Bastion. Off to Sweeney. Sweeney top of the circle. Fired. Blocked. We're going to get a... I don't know what we're going to get, but it's a bullshit call. Cross-checking. Cross-checking. The Waterloo player took a cut and went into the board's head first, but it's because he fell, not because he was cross-checked from behind. To his fault, or to his credit, Larson was much closer to the play than I am. Doesn't necessarily make him right. But he is the official in the game, so we'll just take his word for it. So back to 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 24. Sieverding in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Meyer steps in. He's got it. He'll carry it out of the zone. Schilling jumps into the play. Meyer bumped off the boards. Schilling's got it in the corner. Reverses. That's the exact same call that we just called a penalty on us, but doesn't work when the guy in the red does it. Schilling walks it. Tries to leave it for Suk. Suk's got it in the corner. Gives it back to Schilling at the blue line. Off to Suk at the top of the circles. Back to Schilling. High slot. Deflected into the corner. Waterloo tries to stretch play. That doesn't work here. Meyer off to Schilling. Schilling stops and goes. Stops again. Backhanded into a shin guard. Waterloo's got a guy wide open behind everyone. I lied. That was offsides. Offside. So their play doesn't work here. Waterloo runs that play a lot in their home rink. It's a Olympic size sheet. The angles are different. It's much easier to run a stretch play like that, and they're very familiar with it. Kirk steps in for the faceoff. He's got Sweeney out there with him. Bastion and Kretz back on defense. Faceoff 1 back to Dubuque. Bastion plays off to Kretz. Off over to Bastion. Back down to Kirk. Centering pass. Blocked by Lochner. Played down low. Into the skates of Waterloo. Sweeney takes it back. Gives off for Kirk. Fans on it. Waterloo's got it on the far side in the corner. Reverses and sends it behind the net. They're still running that stretch pass. That's a nice. 4-on-4. Waterloo's upset that he shot at the length of the ice for an icing. Dubuque will send out Sieverding and Meyer. Schilling and Kretz. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it. They'll take it behind the net. Hits the brakes there. I believe 3 is Mason Harn. Waterloo now on the power play. Clearing attempt. Lentz has got it there at the red line. Sends it to the far side. Wraps it all the way around behind the goal. Schilling will fire at the length of the ice. Just to the right of Lochner. Lochner plays the carom off the back. Tries to wrap it to no one. Benny Meyer fans on his shot. Sends it. Lochner with the save, and he'll just eat it. 8 seconds left in that Meserich penalty. Saints will send out Meserich's line. He'll join him here in about 8 seconds. Kirk in for the faceoff. He's got Sweeney with him. Bastion and Suk out there. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it. They'll walk it around on the near side. Carries it up. A long cross-side pass. Glove down there. Saints are back at full strength. Nieder walks down the middle. Walk special down the goal line. Circles around the back. Gives off to Harn. Harn top of the circle. Shot saved by Sheehy. Bouncing puck. Sheehy covers. Get a fresh line out there with Meyer, Sieverding, and Ruiz. Fresh D2 it, Schilling and Cruiser. Minute 8 left in the first period here. Waterloo leading 7 shots to 9. Do the math there. Puck back. Cruiser or Schilling's got it behind the net. Waterloo throws it out in front. Saved by Sheehy. Poke check loose. Now it's Meyer on the near boards. Plays it hard off the boards. Nope, holds on to it. Carries across the red line. Poked at the blue line. Ruiz collects it. He'll take it into the zone. Poke loose there. Meyer's got it. Shot towards the net. Saved by Lochner. Harn picks it up. Circles behind the net. He'll try for the long pass on the far side. That's Niedert. Niedert loses and regroups. Big hit by Schilling. Sieverding's got it now behind the net. Leaves it for Cruiser. Cruiser walks it up the near side. Leaves for Meyer. Just out of his reach. They'll walk it through the middle now. Niedert walks around Schilling. Schilling tries for another big hit. Centered. Connected with Meserich on the backside. Puck down. Bounced in front. Meyer's got it now. Plays off to Ruiz. He's got Meserich in front of him. Ruiz now leaves it for Meserich after he gets into the zone. And that'll do it for the first period. Shots on goal, 10-8 in favor of Waterloo, and they'll hold a 1-0 lead. We'll take a little break to Zam, get some water, refreshments. See you back in about 15 minutes. So we're just about back underway here. We had a little issue with the Zamboni. Got it resolved now and just waiting for the ice to set up just a little bit. We might have put a little extra water down to fix some of these issues. See if the referees release the hounds here. So it looks like the refs have found Jimmy Hoffer is actually buried in the ice right there. No, found a spot that needs to be repaired, so we're throwing a little snow down. Hounds have been released. Players have taken the ice. Spent all this time fixing it up, and now Lochner and Sheehy are just ripping up the blue paint. Thanks, guys. So as we return for the second period here, Waterloo leading 1-0. Shots on goal in favor of the Warriors, 10-8. Waterloo looks like they're going to send out Harn, Lentz, Bushbaum, Niedert, and Hesse. Duke's going to counter with Sieverding, Cruiser, Schilling, Pierce, and the pride of Bellevue, Benny Meyer. Puck's down and we're ready to go. Puck back to Schilling. Played up the far side. Bouncing puck. Niedert's got it. He'll dump it into the near side. Sheehy will stop it. Tries to stop it behind the net. Doesn't quite get enough of it. Cruiser rubbed off the puck. Back behind the net. They'll try and kick it out front. High circle. Shot over the net. Wrapped all the way up the near side. It'll go the length of the ice. Waterloo shot it, so no icing. Hesse's got it behind the net. Stolen there by Benny Meyer. Wrapped around to the front. Covered by Lochner. 16:26 left in the second period. Whole lot of hockey to play. But let's get one early. Sheehy, Meserich, and Kirk out for faceoffs. Puck's down. Meserich pushes forward. He'll battle forward in the corner. Knocks it behind the goal line. Waterloo collects there. They'll bring it up the far side. Cuts across right down Main Street. Off in front of the bench. Bushbaum's got it. Walks across the middle. Hot, high slot. Saved by Sheehy. He'll hang on for the whistle. Meserich still in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it. Saved by Sheehy. Let's do it all again. Rastian for the faceoff for Waterloo. You want it again? We'll get a restart though. Waterloo's been pretty good on faceoffs tonight. Puck's down. Rasty's got it. Sweeney steps in, plays it ahead to Kirk. Kirk's one-on-one, blows a tire. Wrapped around the far side. Sook's got it there. Thinks about going to Beshin. Comes up to Meserich instead. Knocked loose at center ice. Sook will chase it down. He loses an edge in that one bad spot. We're going to take a high sticking call on the puck. Looks like it's on Waterloo. We'll get the face-off down to the right of Lochner. So I've seen a couple pretty sure-footed guys take some stumbles on the ice. We'll get Weiner, Deutsch, and Ruiz out. Backed by Beshin and Sook. Puck down. Waterloo's got it. Knocked loose by Ruiz. He'll try and get it back to Beshin. It's blocked there. Now it's back to him from the blue line. Shot. Hits something in front. Deutsch gets a piece of it. Can't control. Comes out to the near side. That was a slash. Now it's forced back into the zone. Waterloo will take it behind their net. Comes out the far side. Ruiz pokes it loose. Circle behind the net. They'll backhand it around the near side. Deutsch knocks it down. Beshin's got it at the blue line. Walks it. Shot. Deflected again out front. Out to the corner. Knocked loose. Wrapped around the back. Oh, hit the post. Maybe the side of the net. Fed out to Beshin again. Just from the top of the circle. Shot. Deflected in front. Man, we can't get a clean shot through. Probably because they got 5 guys standing in the slot. Now we'll go to Suk on the other side. Wrapped around. Ruiz in the corner. Back to Deutsch. Banged on the near side. Knocked loose again. Weiner's got it there. Knocks it loose. Deutsch has got it. Top of the circle. Shot. Deflected in front. Waterloo almost always has 3 guys in the slot. And Lochner is an imposing force standing in front of the net. I believe he's 6'4", 250. Send out in front. Bushbaum can't quite get a handle on it. Doesn't get the shot off. Controls in the corner. He went down too. That's another sure-footed guy. Say the ice is questionable at best is a good statement. Now it's Sieverding walking up. He's got Pierce in front of him. Can't get it through. Another man down. Waterloo's going to walk it through center ice to the faceoff dot. He'll cut on the goal line. Poke loose there by Schilling. Suk's got it. Running to the boards hard. Chipped out of the zone, out to center ice. We're at the Waterloo blue line. Lentz sends it over. Waterloo plays it up. Suk goes for the hit, misses the puck. Schilling's got it now. He'll cut in the corner. Plays it up to Meyer. Meyer can't quite control it. Down to the corner again. Battle far on the far boards. Suk will send it through the air. Hits the stanchion. Kicks out to center ice. Now it's Meyer in front of the penalty box area. Back to Schilling. Schilling's got it. Plays it to the center. Just out of the reach of Sweeney. Waterloo steals it. Takes it back into the zone. Sieverding's got it there. Leaves it for Suk, who gets thrown to the board for his effort. Sieverding on the far side. Puck chips out. Sweeney's got it at the red line. Takes it into the zone. Cuts to the center of the ice. High slot. Shoots wide. Now it's wrapped around to the back corner. Sweeney's got it there. Leaves for Schilling. Schilling centers to Kirk. Kirk, high slot. Walks down to the faceoff dot. Around the back of the net. Drops it there. Sends it to the far corner. Schilling will go get it out of the corner there. Plays it back. Puck popped up just in front of the bench. Beshin's got it now. He's got Meserich on the far side. Gloves it down. Carries it into the zone. Beshin walks in to back up. Fires across the face of the net. Doesn't touch anyone. Comes back to Schilling at the blue line. He dumps it down the near side. Waterloo controls. They'll send it off to the far side. Plays ahead to Nieder. Beshin knocks the puck loose. Nieder now behind the goal. Sends it out in front. Dubuque clears it. Outside the zone. Dump back in. Beshin will collect behind the net. A little time. Delayed icing call. Ahead to Sweeney. Sweeney dumps it in from the red line. Meserich will collect it in the far corner. Big hit there. Knocked behind the goal line. That's Mason Harn doing a little work on the goal line. Sends it over to the corner. Back to Harn. Harn tries to play it up. Rasty's got it there. Back to Harn again. Now he'll send it up the middle. Waterloo with a nice little 3-on-2. It's got Deutsch back checking. Nice save by Sheehy on, I'm not sure who that was. I thought it was Nieder, but it wasn't. Cruiser now in the corner. Walks out of the corner, plays it up. Aerial pass, can't quite get caught. Now it's Deutsch. Knocks it into the zone. Cade Weiner will chase there. Played around the back. Far side to Ruiz. Ruiz has got it. Centering pass. Deutsch has got it. Back to Ruiz. Back to Deutsch. Can't quite control. Now we'll kick it back to Kretz. Over to Cruiser. Cruiser fires it towards the net. Hits one of their 7 guys in front. Loose puck. Can't finish. Waterloo's got it. Out the far side. Cross ice pass. Hits the brakes. Top of the circles. Another cross ice. Big hit there. Ruiz knocks him off the puck. Knocked loose. Squirts over to Kretz. Kretz plays it up to Weiner, but he can't catch it. It'll go down. No ice. Waterloo tries to stretch pass. Suk's there to break it up. They'll carry it into the zone. Drag down there. No call. Sieverding knocked out the puck. Now it's Suk. Best gets walked around. Waterloo's got it behind the goal line. Backhanded there. Suk throws his man into the boards. Played up to Pierce. All the way to Driscoll at the point. Shoots it towards the net. Blocked in front by Sieverding. We got Pierce streaking down the middle. Can't get him the puck. Sebring carries it up to the blue line himself. Drops there for Pierce. Shot on net. Saved by Lochner wide. And Waterloo will work it out of the far corner. Carries it up the ice. Kicked up in the middle. Stolen there by Dubuque. Sebring's got it. He'll fork it down below the goal line. Behind the net to the far corner. Myers there. Knocks it loose. Waterloo regroups behind the net. They'll play it up the near side now. So Schilling holds it in, forces it down to Meserich. Meserich has got Meyer in front, connects to him. Nice save by Lochner. Meyer's knocked to the ice. Benny's a really nice kid, but I'm sure he didn't appreciate that. .9:22 left in the second period. Shots in favor of Waterloo, 13-11. Meserich steps into the faceoff. He's got Kirk and Sweeney with him. Puck down. Waterloo controls again. Wrapped around the back of the net. Kirk battles forward on the far side. He knocks it loose. Sweeney now steps in. Kirk's got it. Walks across the top of the circles. Fired to the net. Tipped wide by Lochner. Waterloo fires at the length. Schilling gets just a piece of it. He'll collect in his own defensive zone. Cuts back. He'll go up the far side. Walks it himself. Meserich will cover for him. Drop down below the goal line. Pass directly to Cody Sweeney. Sweeney's got it there. Hard pass over to Schilling. Can't quite get a good grip on it. They call him offsides, and then Schilling brings it right in. Schilling's right, so Kirk's got a skate problem. So it's a really tricky rule with offsides. The line marks the zone and protects. So when it comes out, it has to come all the way out. When Schilling goes to put it back in, it has to go across the blue line all the way back in. If it's on the blue line, that's not offsides. No one cares what I have to say. It was offsides anyway. But now you're all informed. Puck's down. Peacock out there in the place of Kirk. Oh, Cruiser loses an edge. Big save by Sheehy, and he eats up the rebound. So we get Heacock for Kirk. Those are some big skates to fill. Jackson Heacock. Maybe you sit on the bench and think about it, and hopefully Kirk will be back. And that's not saying anything bad about Jackson. He had a hell of a JV game. Sieverding, Meyer, and Pierce out at forward now. Duke wins the faceoff. Sook's got it there. Tries to play it up the far boards. Can't quite get it. Beshin now behind the net. Spins out. He'll come up the near side. Hits the brakes. Cross ice pass ahead of Sook. Waterloo collects. Shot. Saved by Sheehy. And we'll get a whistle. And I didn't start the clock for any of that. Sieverding, Meyer, and Pierce stay out. They're backed by Beshin and Sook. Puck's down. Sook's got it in the corner. Backhands it to Beshin behind the net. Beshin plays it up to Pierce. Pierce gets it out of the zone. Waterloo knocks it back in. Right to Sook, though. Played ahead. Sook knocks it up to Pierce. Can't hold on to it. They'll go D to D. Rasty's got it on the far side. Sook tries to get it away from him and does. Backhander over to Beshin. Beshin gives it back to Sook. Sook wraps up the far side. Benny Meyer over there. Knocked back down to the corner. Waterloo controls. I'll play it in front of the Zem doors. Goes down hard. Sieverding backhands it up to Pierce. Pierce with the step. Nice little stick lift there. Controls it the face-off dot. Centers to Meyer. Can't quite control it. He sends it in front. Lochner with the save. And a bunch of unnecessary pushing going on after that. 7:22 left in the second period. Waterloo with the only score of the game. Carter Kirkenbush has made an appearance. He's back on the bench. Always good to see. We'll get Deutsch, Weiner, and Ruiz. Puck's down. Ruiz wins the faceoff. Shot towards the net. Saved by Lochner. Near side, Kretz sends it towards the net, just wide. Now it's Ruiz on the far side. Walks it to the corner, behind the net to Weiner. Weiner in the corner now. Play down to the corner. Lentz is going to take it behind the net. Big hit there by Ruiz. That was offsides. But it's icing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Icing's better than offsides. It's a different face-off location. Now we'll get Meyer, Pearson, Sieverding. They'll be back by Kretz and Schilling. Face off to the left of Lochner. And they finally found that bad spot in Lochner's crease. Oh, the net was off. Sieverding in for the face-off. Puck's down. Dubuque controls. Back to Schilling. Schilling towards the net. Saved by Lochner. Let's do it all again. Sieverding again for the face-off. Puck's down. Waterloo's got it this time. They'll play it around the back of the net. Up to Niedert. Niedert cross-ice pass. Shot. Wide of Sheehy. Niedert collects the puck and wraps around the back of the net. Arn just blew a tire at the blue line. Very un-Harn-like. Schilling will carry it up now through center ice. Carries it into the zone. Walks it wide. Shot around the back of the net. No one's there to collect it. Benny Myers got it now in front of the bench area. Waterloo can't collect. Sieverding tries to play it up to Pierce. Knocked loose. Sieverding again, just outside his blue line. Sends it up to Sweeney. Sweeney walks into the zone. Leaves it there for Kirk. Stolen there in front. Waterloo plays it up to center ice. Beshen's got it there. He'll dump it on net. Just to the right of Lochner. Sent back to Beshen. Beshen over to Suk. Suk walks it into the zone. Backhander glove down there by Lentz. Messer gets it over. Oh, nice save by Lochner. Kirk had a beautiful shot on the backside. Just didn't get enough time. Lochner made a nice save. The Saints have rallied to take the lead in shots, 16-15. Some quality opportunities happening here. Shane Lochner's playing a decent game. I mean, if giving up no goals, it's a decent game, but tomato, tomato. We'll get Sweeney, Meserich, and Kirk. Sweeney at the face-off. Puck down. Waterloo's got it, though. March it down. Far side. Suk runs him into the boards there. All the way down to the corner. 3 Waterloo players below the goal line. It's hard to pass to someone. You're all down there, boys. Meserich tries to get it up. Can't quite get it over to Kirk. Now it's fed over to Suk. Over to Beshen. Back to Suk. Suk throws it to Kirk's belly button. Hard to catch those. Rafter on the far side. Meserich pins it in there. Completely unnecessary hit. And we'll get a roughing for it. Elbow. Elbow. Gallen's telling the big man down there that was an elbow, sir. Enjoy your 2 minutes. Hopefully less.
Waterloo penalty coming with 4:55 remaining in the second period. Penalty on number 5, Jack Wickers. 2 minutes for elbow.
Saints will send out their number 2 unit. We'll get Pierce, Sieverding, Weiner, Suk, and Schilling. Puck's down. Dubuque controls. Back to Schilling. Schilling's got it at the blue line. Gives it down to Suk. Suk walks it down the wall. Back to Schilling. Weiner squirts out. He's at the top of the circles. Tries to get it towards the middle. Puck's loose. Pitchforked out. Sheehy will head over to the corner and get it. Pulls it off the boards. Leaves it for Schilling. Schilling carries it out to the blue line, down Main Street, right up the gut, walks it to the far side, takes it to the corner, around the back of the net. He's got Weiner at the circles, gives over to him. Weiner over to Suk. Suk fans on the pass, but backhands it down to Pierce. Hard back to Suk, squirts up in front. Couple attempts there, doesn't quite get the shot on that. Weiner behind the net now. Pierce out in front, tries to get it to him, jumps over his stick. Schilling, top of the slot. Over to Weiner, blocked in front, blocked again. Waterloo plays a tight box that it's very hard to penetrate. They've almost always got 3 guys in front of the net. Cody tries to drop it off for Schilling. Didn't see the man change off. Sends it to length. Sheehy's got it there. He'll leave it for Beshin. Beshin circles behind the net. 38 seconds left in the power play. Beshin loosely carries it up. Walks it all the way down behind the net. Wraps around the near side. He's got Sweeney at the top of the circles. Wrap down. Heads up. Nope. Pulled down by Beshin. Puck squirted up, and I'm a terrible judge of depth. It looked like it was headed right for us. Didn't even leave the ice surface. Beshin checks the penalty. 10 seconds left. Plays in front of the bench. Sweeney's got it there. Waterloo's full strength now. They'll wrap it around the back of the net. Must have hit someone on the bench. 2:50 left in the second period. Shots still favor the Saints, 16-15. Score, however, favors the Warriors, 1-0. Faceoff comes to center ice. Weiner's there. He's got Ruiz and Deutsch with him. Puck's down. Played back to the corner. Cody Cruiser will go back to get it. Behind the net, stolen there. Waterloo controls in the near corner. Hard into the boards. We're going to get a call. Big Cade Weiner going to get a roughing call, I'm guessing. Roughing. You take all 90 pounds of you to the bench. So 2:30 left in the second period. Saints about to go on a penalty kill. Hopefully a motivation that we kill it off and break their spirit a little bit. We'll get Mesrich and Pierce out on the kill. Saints play a much wider box. And they're just going to let that man stand all alone in front of Sheehy. Bold strategy, Cotton. Worked around. Now it's over to Harn. Face-up circle. Rolls off his stick. Saints can't get a good clearing attempt. Puck bounces. Right as Sheehy. It's collected in the corner. Fired back up. Saints will spread their box out a little more. Harn walks it from the face-off dot. Crossing pass. Hit the post. Regrouped and it'll go wide. Mesrich coming hard. He'll win the race. And he'll be the only man out there. Mesrich sends it over. He's got Meyer in front. Nice save by Lochner. Meyer still battling. Now Waterloo's got it. They'll walk it up the far side. That stick that got cut in Benny Meyer's skate. Totally legit. Nieder walks it wide. Down the goal line. He'll circle around the back of the net. Looks for a man out in front. Hesse's there. It might be Hesse. That's not Hesse. Nieder holds it in. Played down in the corner. That was Hesse. Back out to Harn. Harn sends it over. Shot. Blocked in front. Benny Meyer. Played over. Top of the circles. Shot. Deflected in front. Wide of the net. 1 minute left in the period. 30 seconds left in the power play. Sent the length. Sieverding will press the issue. Has his stick knocked out of his hand. Let's get that. We're going to need that later. Waterloo now on the counterpunch. Schilling steals it. Has his stick knocked out of his hand. So we have ice and stick problems. 10 seconds left on that power play. Sent out in front. Blocked down. Sieverding now needs to trip it up. Oh, almost got Weiner coming out of the box. Offsides. Offsides. That's still offsides. Terrible call there. Hesse was still in the zone when they cleared. Sweeney's got it now. Carries into the zone. We're going to get the offside call over there. Blew it on one end, got it right on the other. Still in there. Waterloo walks in. They got it in the corner. You got Hesse in the slot. Someone pick him up. Suk lays the all on the line and blocks the puck. Hesse still wide open on the back door. That guy's got to be like 6 foot. I don't know how he disappears in front of the net, but he's doing it. After 2 periods, Saints hold the advantage in shots, 17-15. Still trailing the scoreboard, 1-0. Hopefully we'll have a little briefer intermission this period. Then hopefully the Zamboni's back up to speed. And we'll see you back in about 15 minutes. Much more successful Zamboning here in the second intermission. Teams have taken the ice. Goalies have messed up the crease. Looks like Sheehy's trying to get the ref's attention in the concession end crease. Some scores from around the league. It was Kansas City in a close one over Fremont, 8-0. Ames victorious over the Capitals, 3-1. We're still waiting for those are the varsity sports. JV games still in progress. Kansas City currently leading Fremont JV 2-0. And we've got no score on the Ames to monitor. Quick glance at the standings shows Waterloo currently in 5th place. 13 games played. They've got 8 wins, 5 losses for 16 points. Dubuque just 2 points or 2 spots back of them. 7th place, 12 games, 6 wins, 3 losses, 3 overtime losses with 15 points. So just 1 point in the standings. Still a little ice maintenance going on. We've got refs working on holes in the ice below both goal lines. We use 1 whole bottle of water. In the JV standings, it's Waterloo currently in 4th place with 14 games, 9 wins, 4 losses, 19 points. Dubuque, couple slots down. Looks like 9th place, 13 games, 5 wins, 5 losses, 3 shootout losses for 13 points. Again, Dubuque was victorious in the JV game tonight, though. Looks like we're ready to go here. Mesrich for the face-off, puck down, and we're underway. Waterloo controls at center ice. We'll dump it in. He can't quite get to it. Wraps around to the near side. Squirts out of the zone. Harn collects it there. He'll dump it in. Wrapped around to the far corner. Jumps over Sheehy's stick. Beshin's got it there. Spins out of a check. Off the boards. Looks for cross-ice pass. Nope. Sends it up to Sweeney. Sweeney backhands it into the zone. Wrapped around to the near side. Hesse's got it. Fans on the passing attempt. Shot into Sweeney's legs. He'll try and sneak by him on the near side. Can't. Waterloo sends it over to Nieder. Bastion steals it. Kicks it up to Meserich. Meserich hits the brakes. Cross ice pass to no one. Suk comes in to get it. Waterloo pokes it loose. Kirk's got it. Sends it into the zone. We'll go for a change. Waterloo up the far side. Just off the stick of Nieder. Back to Schilling. Schilling sauces it up to Pierce. Knocked out of the zone. Schilling knocks it back in. Now it's knocked down by Pierce at center ice. Hesse's got it in front of the benches. Carries it in, shoots it towards the net. He tips it to the corner. Schilling on the far side. Plays it up just behind Pierce. Now it's Meyer on the near side, or far side in front of the scorer's table. He'll play it back to Cruiser. Cruiser's got it there. Knocked away. Sieverting goes back to collect. He'll fire it over to Schilling. Schilling's got it. Back to Sieverting up the middle. Sieverting walks to there. Cuts back to the middle. Taken down there. No call. Walk to the corner now. Waterloo's knocked loose. Pierce throws it out. Nobody home. Comes all the way back to Schilling at the blue line. Fires it towards the net. Wide. In the corner. Meserich knocks it down. Pierce pokes it loose. Loose puck. Meserich. Pierce. Shot. Squirted out in front. Sent the length of the ice. Bouncing puck. We'll get an icing there. 14:44 left in the third period. Saints will send it at the top line. Face off to the left of Lochner. Meserich will step in to take it. He's got Sukuchov in the shooting spot. Waterloo wins it. They'll play it around the back of the net. Sweeney goes down to try and get it. Chip back to Beshin. Beshin sends one to the near boards. Waterloo controls. They'll try and hit their long pass. Don't quite do it. Now they'll carry it into the zone. Beshin's got him lined up. Sends it towards Sheehy. He kicks it to the corner. Up to Sweeney. Knocked back in by Waterloo. Around the back of the net. Sheehy stops it there. Leaves it for Besh. Beshin kicks it over to Suk. Suk carries it up to the bar side. Backhands it up to Sweeney. Meserich has got it. Carries it into the zone. Everyone's moving slowly. Beshin's got it at the blue line. Kicks it down. Kirk in front. Oh, almost sent it right to Sweeney. Now we're back to Suk. Shot towards the net. Hits a couple sticks. Out to the middle. Beshin knocks down the long pass. Collects it. He'll dump it back in. Back out to center ice. I'm not sure how that happened. Beshin's got it there. Plays to Sweeney. Sweeney kicks it over to Kirk. Kirk tries to play it ahead to Sweeney. Just ahead of him. Waterloo's going to come down 3-on-2. He'll take it wide. Beshin will turn him back. Backhanded down behind the net. Kicked out in front. Beshin there. Off to Kirk. Kirk's got it over to Sweeney. Schilling. Schilling knocks it into the zone. He's got his team in a change. He'll just muck it down to the corner. Now it's Weiner. Go down. Battles for it in the corner. Played out to the near side. Cruiser's got it there. Over to Schilling. Schilling back over to Cruiser. Up ahead. Chipped out of the reach of Meyer. Hits the turnbuckle and goes out of play. And the clock didn't run for any of that. 12:52. Shots on goal, 18-16. I'm pretty sure that's what we started the period at. Sieverting with the faceoff. Back to Schilling. Schilling over to Cruiser. Cruiser carries it up, sends it up to Sieverting. Sieverting tries to push it into the zone, can't quite get it. Waterloo carries it into their zone now. Sieverting counters. Carries it out to neutral ice, down Main Street. Right down the middle. Works it to the near side, into the corner. Waterloo controls there. They'll play it up the middle. Schilling gets just enough of it to keep it away from Nieder. Nieder tries to stick lift, can't quite get there. Now it's Schilling up the near boards, ahead to Sieverting. Sebring's got 1 on 2. Don't like those odds. 1 on 3. Odds are getting worse. 1 on 5. Let's get him some help. Waterloo now behind the back of the net. They'll circle back. Harn's got it there. Played ahead to Bushbaum. Bushbaum works it wide. Suk rubs him into the boards. Tries to center. Fashion around the back to Suk. Kicks ahead. Too far for Kirk. Bushbaum dumps it back down. Played ahead to Sweeney. Sweeney can't get it away from Niedert. Niedert's got it in the corner. Hesse's in front. And nice save by Sheehy. Rolls down. Hesse takes a shot at his chest. His teammates come to his defense. They're still pushing going around. And maybe if you call the first one, we don't have to have a shoving match. Sheehy's got his helmet off, showing the ladies his lovely locks. Or that ugly rag of a haircut he's got. For all the pushing, we'll get a face-off outside the zone. I'm not sure that's worth it, but we get what we get. He's still putting his mask on. There you go, Pierce. Maybe check. There it is. Pierce in for the face-off. Puck down. Over to Deutsch. Down to Beschen. Beschen in front of the net. Over to Suk. Suk carries it up. Dumps it in from the far blue line. Bouncing puck. We got a man offside. Pierce jumps back onside now. Schilling's got it on the far side. Spins. Takes it behind the net. He's got Ruiz on the far side. I don't think he sees him. Carries it in. Dumps it in behind the net. Far corner. Waterloo will bang it back out. Pierce knocks it back down. Front of the Zam doors. Pierce knocks it loose. Goes around the back of the net. Comes up the near side. Centering pass. Knocked down there. Waterloo's going to carry it out of the zone. Up to center ice. Into the attacking zone. They'll take it to the wide side. Walks around the back of the net. Nolan Pierce throws it up to Ruiz, and he didn't see it. But we didn't get an icing call for some reason. So everyone's mad that there was no icing call. Talk to the guy in the stripes. Sieverding now battles for it in the near boards. Knocks it around the back of the net. That's Harn down there. He'll send it up in the air. Sukichov knocks it down. Played back. Sieverding holds it at the blue line. Shoots it towards the net. Puck squirts just wide of Lochner on the left side. Out to the middle. Sieverding pushes the issue and they dump it deep. Suk's got it there. Plays it to the near corner. Sieverding plays it up the backboards. Squirts out in front. Slow wrap. Nice block there. Screen shot by Harn. That's another goal. So 9:33 left in the second period. Third period. Waterloo jumps to a 2-0 lead. Mesrich will step in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Waterloo immediately dumps it to the corner. Sheehy stops it behind the net. He'll leave it there. Plays it around to the far side to Sweeney. Schilling plays it down into the far corner. Sweeney kind of fans on a centering attempt. Waterloo now showing a little speed. They come through center ice. Poked loose by Schilling. Mesrich has got it. He'll take it into the zone. Tries to walk around his man. Can't quite get there. It's knocked on the near boards. Kirk's got it now. Sends it out. Niedert on a little breakaway. Down. Goal. Safe to say the wheels have kind of come off here. Waterloo skating like they've got a new set of legs. Dubuque skating like the game's already over. 3-0 now in favor of Waterloo. Shots in favor of Waterloo also 18-19. Puck's down. Waterloo controls. They'll carry it up the near side. Suk gives it over to Beshin. Beshin back to Suk. Suk plays it up to Benny Meyer. Meyer works it forward into the zone. Shot towards the net, saved by Lochner. Kick to the Zam doors. It's battled for there. Sebring knocks it loose, walks around the top of the circle. Shot wide of the net. Wraps around to the near side. Suk's got it again, knocks it down to the corner. Tries to center. Weiner kicks it over the net. It's in the far corner. Battle for it. Now it's knocked back to Beshin. Beshin fires it on the net. Goal! Hit something in front. Looks like Cade Weiner with the goal there, it looks like. He's the first one in the fly-through line. Had 2 in the JV game and puts one on the board here. So Dubuque cuts the lead to 3-1. Maybe a little life in them left after all. 8:04 left in the third period. Plenty of time to make the comeback. Puck's down. Kirk gives it back to Besh. Wrapped around the back. Sheehy will stop it there. Ruiz kicks it off to Beshin. Beshin sends it ahead. Ruiz has got it there. Knocked into the zone. He'll drop it off for Kirk. Kirk fires it over to Sweeney. Sweeney at the blue line. Dumps it down low. That's Meserich behind the net. Tries to get it out in front. Can't quite do it. Battle for into the near corner. Now Waterloo will carry it out. Reverses field. Comes back behind the net. Long pass to the far side. That's Niedert. Niedert rubbed off the puck there by Sukichov. Played around the back. Up to Sweeney. Sweeney's got Meserich out in front of him. Can't quite get him the puck. Knock loose. Suk will dump it down in. Around the back of the net to the near corner. Waterloo will play it back to the other side. Played up the middle, out of everyone's reach. It'll go the length of the ice. No icing called, though. Kretz will be the first one there. Plays it up to Schilling. Schilling plays it into Sieberding's feet. Walks the red line into the blue line. Shot, saved by Lochner. .641 left in the third period. Waterloo leading 3-1. Face off to the left of Lochner. Waterloo wins. They'll play it around the back of the net. Over to Schilling. Schilling can't quite hold it in. It's knocked out there. All the way back. Players falling left and right. Now Schilling's got it behind the net. Wraps it around the back. Weiner's there. He's got Meyer streaking down the ice. Can't get it to him. Tries to get it to Sieberding. Can't quite get it there either. Schilling plays it ahead. Waterloo plays it back to Schilling. Gets up to Weiner. Weiner's got it on the blue line. There we go. Benny Meyer tries to knock it in. Back to Nolan Kretz. Nolan Kretz over to Schilling. Schilling up to Meserich. Shot saved by Lochner. We'll get a face-off. .550 left in the third period. Shots again favoring the Saints, 22-19. Meserich in for the face-off. Puck's down into the far corner. Sweeney holds it in there. They'll walk around him. Nieder sends it all the way out to center ice. Sukachov's got it there. Plays it over to Beshin. Beshin dances around his man. Sends it back to Suk. Suk will carry it up the near sides right in front of the benches. Gets out in front. Top of the slots. Puck deflected to the corner. Beshin knocks it back down to Meserich. Meserich kicks it to Sweeney. Sweeney back to Meserich. Can't quite connect. Waterloo brings it out. That's Nieder. He'll leave it there for Bushbaum. Knock to the corner. Bushbaum sends it behind the net. Nieder can't collect it there. Sukachov throws it in the air. High pass. Glove down by Harn. Harn will walk it in from the red line. High slot. Toe drag. Doesn't get the shot off. Harn now behind the net. Hesse all alone in front. Maybe we pick him up. Sweeney's got it. Sends it up to Kirk. Waterloo loses the puck. Kirk now. Oh, shoots just wide. Sweeney gets knocked off the puck on the near post. Big hit by Kirk in the corner. Another fan pass by Hesse. He's got it in front of his own bench. Puck will go down. Sheehy stops it behind the net. Beshin will bring it up. Near side. Long pass over to Weiner. Weiner walks it down the far side. Puck gets knocked off his stick. Sieverding battles forward in the corner. Walks it down below the goal line. Tries to send it out to Benny Meyer. Can't quite connect, and Waterloo's going the other way. Nolan Pierce making him take the long way around. He stops it behind the net for an icing. Shuffleboard pass. Caught by Fox. Face off to the left of Lochner. Sieverding in for the face-off. Puck's down. Back to Kretz. Kretz gets over to Schilling. Schilling's shot is deflected down into the far corner. Weiner's got it there. He gives to Sieverding. Sieverding shot blocked from the top of the circle. High slot. Blocked again. Sieverding still battling at the high slot. Waterloo keeps blocking it. Lenz now behind the net. Wraps it around to Kurtz. Benny Meyer walks to the high slot. Tries for a backhand. Knocked off the puck there. That's Nieder. Nieder's pass stolen by Meserich, but they reconnect. Bushbaum, top of the slot or circles. Kick save by Sheehy. Work down low. Another block shot. Now it squirts down into the corner. Kretz plays it off to the far side. Hops over a stick there. Kirkenbush is going to be the first one to get there. He's got Meserich with him. Centers to him. Can't hold on to it. Puck's loose, though. Kirk turns, fires. Saved by Lochner. Down below the goal line. It's on the far side. Wrapped around. They get around Beshin. That's Nieder. He's got Suk in front of him. Makes a move. Backhanded shot. Saved by Sheehy. Beshin collects. He'll circle around the back of the net. Walks it up the near side. Everyone's camped out on the blue line. Playing some kind of form of dime defense. Shot. Saved by Lochner. Big hit by Meserich behind the net. Sweeney throws a body into a guy on the far side. Meserich comes in, throws a body. Rugby scrum. Aussie. Hit the ceiling. Timeout, Waterloo. So leading by 2 goals with 2 minutes left. Waterloo decides to talk about it. You don't see that happen a lot. Coach King drawing up a play. Waterloo coaches seem to be just speaking words of encouragement. Maybe the guys are gassed. I don't know. That's a real odd call. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Saints down by 2. Shots up by 3. We'll see if faceoff is going to come to the right of Lochner, a good distance away from the Saints net. See if they elect to leave Sheehy on the bench here. It's a little early, but they do have 2 goals to make up. Sheehy will come to the bench. And we'll send out Meserich, Kirk, Sweeney, Beshin, Pierce, and Meyer. So lots of room on the forward end of the bench. Got Beshin out there on defense. Critical faceoff here. Saints haven't had the best luck, but Meserich has been one of the better face centers tonight. Puck down. Sweeney's got it. Gives back to Beshin. Beshin over to Sweeney. Shot towards the net. Couple saves. Lochner's down. Waterloo controls. They'll play it behind the net. Can't give them that much room. Send it the length of the ice for an icing. It's a dangerous play when open net to give any of those players just a wide open shot. Yes, they have to send it 200 feet, but given enough time and enough chances, they will. Meserich again steps in for the faceoff. Won the last one. We're on the other side this time, though. Puck down. Waterloo gets it. They'll send it back. Wrapped around the back of the net. Sweeney will go over there. They'll chip it by him. Beshin will collect at center ice. Waterloo applies full pressure. Knocks the puck loose. Beshin knocks his man down. Goes down with him, though. Sent up. Meserich couldn't track it. No ice. All the way back behind the net. Harn now. He'll send it the length. Puck on edge. And we'll get an icing for that. 140 now. Puck down. Waterloo's got it again. They'll play it around the back, just out of the reach of Pierce. Pinned on the corner there. Pierce and Sweeney battle for it. Pierce will knock it down below the goal line to Meserich. Meserich walks out, tries to feather it, but knocked loose. Beshin's got it there on the near boards. Meyer steps in, sends a high pass. Feathering pass up. Bush bomb. Bounces it off the net and into the goal. So 1:15 left in the third period. Waterloo extends the lead to 4-0. That'll pretty much do it for the Saints' chances tonight. So make it worse than it is. Meserich in for the faceoff. Puck's down. Knocked to the near side. Battle for it there. Got a delayed penalty coming. All kinds of... Harn just takes Sweeney down. Looks like that's the end of the night for Meserich. And Sweeney. Looks like I didn't see who that was. I think it was Harn. All kinds of opinions from the parents. They know best. This is one of these games where let's just run the clock and get out of here without anyone getting hurt and anyone getting suspended. Saints play Omaha tomorrow and Sunday, so we'd like to hang on to as many players as we can. The Warriors will travel to the Quad Cities, face the Blues. Conference going on in front of the scores table. The refs may be talking about what they're going to grab to eat after the game. It's hard to tell. Not a lot of progress being made. Saw some Saints alumni over in the tunnel by the players' entrance. I think I saw Owen King over there and Tyler White and Cameron Hairflip O'Donnell. Nice to see alumni back supporting the team. So glad Waterloo took that timeout with 2 minutes left. What information are we garnering at the scores table that we don't already know? We have that many penalties to communicate. Both teams are in some serious trouble. They've left Luke Foreman, linesman, to play grocery divider between the two teams. For Luke's sake, let's hope things don't escalate. I think we played the whole Limp Bizkit album, waiting for this call. So only a minute left in the game. Can we decide what we're going to do and just move on? So the refs are explaining it to the Waterloo coaches now. None of them have thrown anything at them yet, so can't be terrible for them. We're shaking our head in disagreement. I only saw one Waterloo player escorted off the ice. I saw Sweeney and Meserich both escorted off the ice for Dubuque. Larson will come over and talk to the Saints coaching staff. Coach King is nodding his head in agreement. Maybe Larson just said, let's get the hell out of here. Nothing up on the clock yet. Cleon Meserich has been assessed a 5-minute cross-checking. I didn't know there was a major for cross-checking, but that probably carries with it a game misconduct. Well, there's finger pointing now, and Waterloo has 5 players on the ice. Dubuque has 7 minutes and penalties. And there's a minute 7 left in the game. Start the clock. Let's all get out of here and go home. Boarding. That's definitely a game. Right. 2 misconducts for Meserich.
Number 7, Tony Sweeney, it's a double minor for roughing. And on Waterloo, number 3, Maddox Hard, a double minor for roughing.
So Sweeney and Harn both get double minors for roughing. Meserich gets the brunt of it. Minute left in the game. Let him stand there the whole time. They'll play it up the near side. Sieverding will control it there. Sieverding's got it. He'll dump it back in. Saints still on the penalty kill, and they will be for the remainder of the game. Waterloo plays it in front of their own bench. They'll take it through center ice. Dumps it into the zone, just wide of Sheehy. Kicked around to the far side. That's Kretz. Carries it into the zone. Shot on net, saved by Lochner. Worked into the corner. Waterloo content to just muck it there. Kirkenbush not willing to let him do so. Saints will continue to dig. 5 seconds left in the game. And that'll do it. 4-1 in favor of Waterloo. Shots on goal. 26 in favor of Saints. 21 for Waterloo. Wish the Waterloo best of luck in Quad Cities, and we'll see you back tomorrow here for Omaha. Good night.